Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ibel, and just like you, I'm a fan who doesn't get enough sleep and stalks DC's social media 24/7 and reporter channels to check what the frick is going on. And I was like, dude,
is DC trolling us again?
like, what happened to Green Lantern and Cyborg? Green Lantern turned into a series. Cyborg disappeared out of nowhere. That was years ago, and yet the canon announcements was freaking late. And this Raven announcement, don't you think it's kinda too good to be true? But I don't know, I'm a fan, and I was like, I'm gonna milk the shit out of this and make a freaking fanfiction about this. And the DCEU is in a state of, well, they're trying to get back up after they got jabbed in the face by Justice League and Birds of Prey critics. And they were like, so bam, here's a movie announcement. Please don't leave the fandom. We probably won't make the movie anyways. What happened to the Batgirl movie? But hey, here's something to cheer you up, and we're definitely not baiting you by this announcement to go watch DC fandom or anything. We will never get you did. They were like that. But they're soap, and I'm a desperate fan, so let's milk the shit out of this crap and, you know, make some video. Okay, first, this video is based on Grace Randolph's video. She is a reporter and a comic book writer. Yeah, you heard that right. So she's not 100% always right, and don't send hate to her, guys. If all of this is just a prank
By Warner freaking Brothers!
Also, this video will be divided into a mini-series where we'll discuss the things that we want to see in the movie, the characters, plans, plot, whatever we want, as long as Raven looks cool in it. So join the conversation, guys. Don't leave me hanging. This video will start by characters. Who doesn't love them? I will talk about them one by one, starting from their background, some origin stories too, and what can they do to benefit the movie and make it a box office hit. And obviously, I'm going to mention some of my ideas on the plot, and the plot will be mentioned in every video, by the way, so that we can piece things up, piece this little information up, and make a fabulous box office beautiful baby out of it. So comment down below your ideas, guys, so that we can work together and make it a hit. There are some characters that we must include in the movie, and some very potential characters too that is not in Raven's original origin story, but I think they've met Raven somewhere in her arc, somewhere in the comics. So that exists. First, I'm gonna start with Raven, Arella Roth, the star of the show, because it's her movie. She is the daughter of Trigon. Trigon is the strongest demon / ruler of Azarath and Hell in the DC universe. Not in real life, guys. Don't freak out. Although there is said to be another character, Lucifer, that is supposed to be the ruler of Hell, and Trigon is the ruler of Azarath only. That happened, but obviously we won't add Lucifer here because he's not an important character in Raven's arc, I think, and he barely shows up in the comics. I don't even think he ever met Raven, seriously. He barely shows up anyways, except for his Netflix shows and his solo ongoing. I don't know if it's still ongoing, but his solo comic series. Oh, and by the way, we must include Trigon as the ruler of Hell.
Period.
Raven has a few half siblings. Starting from the most popular, we have Belial, Ruskoff, Suge. I don't know how to say his name. Belial is considered to be the Duke of Hell and is Trigon's eldest son, while Ruskoff and Suge is like his sidekick, aka slave. Belial is the father of Merlin, the famous wizard. You guys probably know him from most movies these days. And the demon Etrigan from Justice League Dark. I'll talk about Etrigan and Belial later because they have a very special potential that can work as a plot too. Seriously. After Belial, we have the children of Trigon, aka the 7 deadly sins from New Earth. New Earth is like a parallel universe because Raven lives in Prime Earth, and the seven deadly sin version of Raven is from New Earth. Yeah. In this version, Raven is actually the Sin Pride, and his brother was Jared, aka Wrath, Jacob, aka Lust, James, aka Greed, Jeez, aka Envy, Jake, aka Sloth, and Gluttony, just Gluttony. The movie will actually be very cool if they use this plot. It will be like, oh, my brother's evil, and surprise, I'm one of them, bitch, like that type of reveal. But sadly, we can't use this plot because Shazam already used it. Sad. So, also, this is pretty interesting. Raven actually has a son named Wyld in New Earth. Obviously, we won't be using him. Why would Raven have a son when she is probably 16 or 17 in this movie? We don't want to make her too old because teen titans, not adult titans. And we don't want to make her too young. Like, it's not pre-teen titans, it's teen titans. And next, I might be wrong for this one, but Raven apparently has a sister. Not like Azor. Azor is Raven's sister that has giant eyes in the comics. That's not her, but a strong female demon like her. I've seen her picture somewhere in Google when I was researching for this video, and it stuck in my head, but when I searched it again, I can't find it, so no. After that, we have Arella Roth, aka Raven's mother. If you don't know her, here's a complete recap. Arella came from a troubled past and was abandoned by her mother, so she was like an orphan. And she never knew her father. She was placed in an orphanage. The orphanage is in Gotham, by the way, where Batman lives, so cool. As a kid, she often prayed, like, I want to know my mom and stuff. But she was like, Chief, this ain't helping. So she transitioned into Satanism.
Shot, real smooth.
In one of the cult's ritual, she took the role of becoming the bride of the demon Trigon, who later tricked her into impregnating Raven. Wink, wink. So he basically turned into a hot guy and did some weird stuff with Arella. And well, after doing that, Trigon showed her his true form, and she was like, Chief, what the frick? So this was wrong, this was a mistake, I never existed. So she left, aka escaped the cult, and she attempted to do suicide. But then suddenly, the people of Azarath appeared! Wow! They took her in, like a magical portal to the planet Azarath. Magical portal here, and come with us. Okay. Like that. They took her in, helped her give birth, and teach Raven how to control her powers, empathy powers, and more cool stuff. And they also teach Raven how to control her emotion so that Trigon doesn't magically appears, because if Raven doesn't control her emotions, Trigon will appear out of nowhere and kill everyone. And that happened. Trigon found Arella and Raven, since he's the conqueror of realms, and well, he killed everyone, including Arella, but her soul turned into some kind of phantasm. That happened. But he spared Raven in hope of her becoming his pawn and his ticket to conquer the earth. That was a mouthful. So that's all you need to know for Arella, basically. Arella and the Azarthian monks could be included in the beginning scene, where Arella was like holding her baby here in her stomach. He was running from Trigon in the back, chasing her like, oh. And then when she don't know where to go, suddenly a magical portal appeared, like I did earlier. Appeared, and he was like, the freak! And then the Azarthian monks was like, come join us. So she was like, in the last minute, she was like, wow, she went into the portal right before Trigon got her, like that. Yeah, it could be the intro, but comment down your ideas. And this was actually my theory. The Azarthian monks could be linked to Trigon too. Like, he's evil. He killed his mom, his planet and stuff, so there's no one left in his planet. But maybe for the movie, the Azarthian monks could be linked to Trigon. Maybe, just maybe, Trigon is a corrupted monk, or the monks, or the Azarthian monks, was the one who created Trigon, or something like that. This is not canon, but I'm trying to build a connection here that makes the Azarthian monks more valuable to the plot, not just some random alien people. You know what I'm saying? And Arella could also be an emotional trigger that makes Raven go kablauza! Explosion here, explosion there.
I'm angry!
And she killed everyone in the room like that. Oh yeah, and the Raven movie could also be a horror movie because DC is dark, dark is DC. Raven is dark, dark is Raven. Raven is gorgeous, by the way. The movie could be a horror movie. And Azarath, the planet Azarath, could also be a plot device or the main plot for the movie. What I mean is, maybe Raven escaped Trigon after she knew what Trigon has done to her mother, what happened in the past, and she escaped to Earth and met maybe Beast Boy, Damian. That's kind of a ship. I'll make a separate video on ships. This video will be too long if I mention the ships, okay? And when Raven got to Earth, maybe she could meet her other relatives, you know, what's her name again? We could build a family connection. I haven't think this through actually. Yeah, like that. More on that on the next video, okay? And Raven tried to find Azarath with the helps of, I'll mention the characters later. And she was like,
"Oh, Azarath exists. My mother must be there."
So she tried to find Azarath, and when she got there, she was like,
"Oh my god! Azarath is ruined. What? I'm shocked."
And then Trigon was like,
Foolish daughter, stupid, I'm gonna kill you now.
And then a sad moment where Raven loses, and I know that kinda sounds like anime, but yeah, comment your thoughts down below. Maybe a team up, Raven's team teamed up and then beat Trigon to death and trapped Trigon in her forehead gem, like that. I'll talk about that later in this video. And that's enough about Azarath. I'll talk about that in another video because this video will be too long, seriously. Next, as I mentioned earlier, Belial and Etrigan. Since Etrigan is the son of Belial and Raven is his aunt, weird. He could be a plot device and a male lead. I know. It's not Beast Boy or Damien. It's not BB-Ray or Damien. Or Damire. Damire! It's not Beast Boy or Damien. BB-Ray and Damire shippers will probably beat me to death after this. So, male lead doesn't need to be a love interest. It's still cool and rad without any romance, but
of course we want romance, Ibel.
I know. I'll talk about that later, okay, in the ships video. But maybe Etrigan and Raven could have a
"I hate you, but I need you to help me kick this bastard's ass."
Yeah, they can have a I hate you but I need you kind of relationship. I'll explain why later. But Damire and BB-Ray still have plenty of hope. Since Belial is evil and Etrigan is linked to Jason Blood, who is in Justice League Dark, it's kind of a blur whether he's evil or not, or maybe an anti-hero. Because he does bad stuff, but he's not evil. IDK, if that makes sense, but that's who Etrigan is, I think. Etrigan could also be the key for the Justice League Dark movie. For the end credit scene, maybe Etrigan was like,
this is like,
and then in a magical bar, and then Constantine was like,
yo,
maybe like that. And because Etrigan is one of the most important A.K.A. iconic character in the Justice League Dark Squad. And because J.J. Abrams is going to make a show about Justice League Dark, the deadline will be pretty confusing, but could be not a problem because Etrigan will probably be full CGI. And yeah, in the movie, it could be before Justice League Dark, when Etrigan was like full rogue. So he's like,
I killed this guy. Don't take care of my life, people.
like that. Since the show and the DCEU movies are not confirmed to be connected, but the Justice League Dark show will be very expensive, and there's no reason for Warner Brothers to not include it in the DCEU. Now back to the plot. Since Etrigan and Belial is father and son, we can add a little heat in that line, you know, like,
I hate you. I hate you more.
but in an evil way, not funny way. You know what I'm saying? Because they're demons and stuff. Maybe for the plot. For example, Etrigan hates Belial because he's a dick or something. Help me out, guys. I'm trying to think of a possible plot, but my knowledge on Belial and Etrigan's character isn't that much. So it will be a major help if you guys comment down below what are your ideas for the Etrigan plot. But because of that reason, maybe somehow Raven met Etrigan and was like,
Yo, help me out. My dad's evil.
Oh, my dad's evil too.
Let's work together.
Yeah, damn right.
maybe like that. But there needs to be a more solid reason, and this just came up to my mind. And I'll think of it later. Seriously, what the frick ideas? And so they end up working together to get rid, aka kill, Trigon and Belial. And maybe, just maybe, they'll make a team that will like disband in the end of the movie. No, I'm not saying the team is the permanent team for Raven and Etrigan. No. They belong in separate, different teams, okay? Raven and Teen Titans, Etrigan and Justice League Dark. So, no new teams, guys. I'll talk about that later in this video. But Raven and Etrigan alone cannot defeat Trigon, the Conqueror of Realms, and Belial alone. Like, there's no way that will be too overpowered, okay? That's just no way. It took the whole Teen Titans to defeat Trigon and trap him in Raven's forehead gem. So there's no way only two people can defeat Trigon. No matter how powerful Raven is, she cannot do this alone, especially if it's her first movie. She cannot be too overpowered. She's not a Mary Sue, guys. No one likes Mary Sues. Anyways, like, Raven's gonna need some backup, and Etrigan is an excellent choice because they have a family bond. So you can't resist family. Maybe the team could probably look like the Night Force, and that team disband after just a few issues. Anyways, the Night Force can be an opportunity for DC to introduce some of their more unpopular characters and make them a hit. You know, what makes a character a hit is their personality, their looks, and their awesomeness. For example, Deadpool. He's a jerk, but his personality is just beautiful. Logan, he's cool. You know, maybe they can add some of that characters into the mix, you know, but not in a Birds of Prey kind of way. There's like Harley Quinn and a few other side chicks that everyone forgets. No, not like that. But they cannot overshadow Raven as well. Raven is the main character. They're just backups, okay? But a very helpful backup. But the characters, it cannot be random superheroes. DC, listen to me. It cannot be random superheroes that you find in the street and was like,
Oh, hey, I'm cool, hot, powerful, and funny. Can I join your team?
not like that, okay? It's like, that's like Superman in a desert. Like, and Aquaman was just walking in the Aquaman movie like,
So, Can I join your team?
No, not like that, okay? Not like that. That's just awful. The heroes, aka characters, could maybe seek, this is kind of generic, could maybe seek for revenge or some sort. They have this mutual hate for Trigon or Belial or Suge or Ruskoff, and they were like,
I wanna kill him. Cool, join our team so that we can work together and kill all of them together.
like that, you know. That's probably generic, but it's pretty reasonable, guys. It's pretty reasonable. With that mutual hate, they can work together, you know, form some sort of bond. Now, what about the Justice League Dark and Teen Titans connection? As I mentioned earlier, you can always use Etrigan as the end credit scene for Justice League Dark as a tease for the show or movie. But for the Teen Titans, it will be a pretty long explanation. So I'll talk about it in another video, okay? Because I will talk about every Teen Titans member in that video. Because for the end credit scene, we can't just have Raven like,
Sup everyone, sup Robin, sup Beastboy, sup Starfire.
like that. I was like,
Like, you wanna join my team? And
it's like, don't do it like Captain Marvel in the end credit scene. It was so fast, like maybe it has a connection with Endgame, but forget it. And the full explanation will be in that video. Why Warner Brothers shouldn't add a member of the Teen Titans in the Raven solo movie, because it's her movie, especially when Raven is the one who gathered the Teen Titans member. So yeah, that's all for today. My mouth is dry as heck. I can't even talk properly. See, and this video is not done, guys. It's just a quarter minimum of the ideas and potential that other characters have, and my ideas that we can use for this, and your ideas. We can make a beautiful baby for this movie. Know what I'm saying? And yeah, okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day. Words, bye. Help if you guys comment down below what are your